guys, so it's kind of, well, I can see you, but I can't adjust you or see you as closely as I can when we're in class. So I'm going to do a class that's kind of accessible to everybody. Just try and be aware of your body. If there's any kind of weird transition that I'm doing or pose that you feel kind of funny about, I suggest just getting into it however works for you, just so we can avoid any injury or anything like that. And again, any options, any variations that you have in your practice, I'm going to give a few as we go through, but just feel free to do your own thing if I don't call it out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start laying down. So just lay back and find a Shavasana pose. Just going to stay here for a few moments. Right, just begin to first become aware of your breath. Right, noticing the inhalation coming into the body, and notice the breath leaving the body. Right now, using the exhalation, we're going to begin to release any tension in the body. So on every exhalation, feel the body becoming heavier. Right? Feel it letting go of any tension you're holding on to. Right? Using the imagination, feel it releasing any thoughts, any worries. And just let everything go through the exhalation. Relax. And so I know things have been kind of hectic for the last month or so. We have a lot on our minds, worries or thoughts, whatever it may be. Let's try and take this time, the next hour and 15 minutes, to really try and remain present. Right, so you can do this again by focusing on the breath, focusing on your body. Right, and if the mind does wander, which probably will for all of us, just bring your attention back to the breath. Right, using sort of like a training exercise. Just relax. All right, you can go ahead and bring the knees into the chest and gently hug the legs in, rock side to side, massaging the lower back. Relax the shoulders. All right, now go ahead and release the legs back down. All right, you're gonna go ahead and just take an arch in the lower back. So lifting the lower back off the floor and bringing the chest in towards the chin. Right, and then from there, go ahead and release. Right, now we can go ahead and bend the legs. We're gonna bring the feet about mat distance apart. And you're gonna let the knees come into each other. All right, now from here, just gently let the knees fall over to each side. So going over to the right, then the left. coming back to a neutral position in Shavasana. Right, we're going to go ahead and bring our attention to our breath again. Right, we're just going to do a pretty simple breathing exercise here. So before we begin, the exercise is a 6-second inhalation and a 6-second exhalation. So the breath is lengthened and we're going to breathe slow. So the first 3 seconds are into the belly and the next 3 seconds are into the into the chest region. So you're filling up the stomach and the chest. And then on the exhalation, it's a slow exhalation and you just let everything melt, everything collapse. All right, we'll do that for about a minute to 2 minutes. All right, so go ahead and bring your attention and awareness to the breath again, just breathing normally. Now we'll go ahead and begin. Inhale, belly, 1, 2, 3. Chest, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own, go ahead. If the 6 seconds is too much, you can lower it to 4 seconds or whatever works. Right, but during this time, really focus on the breath coming in and filling up the body. And especially focus on that releasing through the out breath. And just letting go. All right, now finishing up that last round. All right, now we're going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together and let the heels be a few inches from the body, whatever is comfortable, and let the knees fall out to the sides. All right, now we're going to interlace our fingers and place our palms underneath the back of our head, and our elbows are out to the side. All right, relax there for a minute. If you'd like, you can gently allow the knees to flutter up and down. All right, now from here, you're going to go ahead, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the left knee over to the right knee. All right, relax here for a moment. Breathe. Deep breaths. Now opening up that left knee again, bringing it to the other side. All right, so both knees are open. And from here, deep breath in. Exhale, right knee over to the left. Remember, fill the belly, breathe deep. And right knee back over. Extend the legs straight ahead. We're going to bring the arms behind us and go ahead and just stretch back and just circle the ankles and wrists, maybe crack the knuckles. Right, squeeze the toes, squeeze the face. Right. Now we'll go ahead and pause and inhale, reach back, stretch back, and exhale, making your way up into a seated position. Right, and we're going to go ahead and meet in hero's pose. So if this is uncomfortable to sit on your heels, you can sit on a block or a pillow or anything, books, anything that works. Right, we're just going to stay here for a few moments. Right. Right, so we're finding a tall spine here. So from the base of the spine to the top of the head, one straight line. Right, before we begin the next thing, focus on the body for a moment. Right, making sure every muscle in the face is relaxed, the shoulders, the chest, the belly, the legs. Right, no tension. Right. Right now, before we begin the class, we're just going to do a little exercise here. So you can watch me before we begin. Kind of weird to explain. So you're going to start out by opening the palms out to the side. All right. The chest is open here, so you're bringing your arms back. Right now, from here, you're going to inhale, deep breath, lift up. Right, and then from here, you're going to make fists, and you're going to make the S sound like a snake on the exhalation, and it's going to look like this. As you lift the head up and release. All right, we'll do that together. So you're moving slowly, and as you lower the arms, you're still opening up the front of the body here. So the arms, you're pushing back as long as it's comfortable. All right, so we'll go ahead, begin, fingertips spread, slow, deep breath, begin. Inhale. Last one. And relax. Right, resuming normal breath. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up the practice. You can stay here if you'd like to take a different seated position. And we'll go ahead, close the eyes. And again, finding a tall spine. Bring your awareness to the breath. Oh. 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 May all living beings everywhere be happy. May they be free from all pain and all suffering. And may they benefit from our practice tonight. May we contribute to this happiness through our actions and how we live. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay. We'll go ahead and stand up. Just do a few movement before we begin sun salutations. I think everybody can see me here. Okay, good. All right. So go ahead and separate the feet about hip distance apart. All right, we're going to bring the hands behind the back, grab any wrist, and just lower the chin down to the chest. And gently, we'll go ahead and roll the neck out, making circles with the head. All right, change directions. All right, for this series, before we begin sun salutations, we're going to do a discharging breath. Right, you can come back to neutral neck. All right, so the breath is, the inhalation is through the nostrils and the exhalation is a sigh through the mouth. So it goes like this. Right, so we're just going to do it for the warm up here, and it's an expressive breath, so it helps release and discharge anything going on. Right, so go ahead and widen the stance a little bit more. We're going to bring our hands to the hips, and we're going to hula hoop the hips. So making circles with the hips, moving slowly. Change directions. And come back. All right, walk the feet back in, hip distance apart. We're gonna go ahead and roll the shoulders out. So shrug the shoulders. All right, we're gonna bring them back this time. So shoulders up and back. Then go ahead, reverse direction. So inhale up and forward. All right, now we're just gonna go ahead and on the exhalation, bounce. All right, next one, we're gonna inhale, lift up, and we're gonna exhale and punch the ground, but not actually punch the ground. Right, so it looks like this. And just release the hands as you exhale down. And roll up. All right, going to go ahead and bring the feet together. All right, we'll go ahead and bring the hands up. We're interlacing the last three fingers together, and the index and the thumb are extended. So go ahead, inhale, reach up. Yeah, that's perfect. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Right, stay here for a moment. Inhale up, reach up. Exhale over to the left. All right, one more time. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Keep reaching and lengthening along the left side. And inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale up and release. All right, separating the feet again, shoulder distance apart, taking a bend in the knee. We're going to go ahead and just twist side to side. Now arms are relaxed, let them swing. And relax. All right, wide stance. We're gonna go ahead and bring the palms on the insides of the knees and just move side to side. Right, depending on how warmed up you are, you may want to go a little lower. Right, and come back. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move into sun salutations. You can forget that breath and just move into your normal breathing that you do during class. All right, so we're at the front of our mat, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Retain the breath, plank pose. Exhale, lower the body, knees, chest, and chin. Deep breath, inhale, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Pedal out the feet here. And when you're ready, inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot to meet the right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, relax. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back. Retain your breath, plank pose. Exhale, lower, knees, chest, chin. Keep the elbows in towards the rib cage. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Then pedal the feet out if you like. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right foot. Release the knee. We're going to come into Kapayasana. You can keep that back foot tucked. We'll take the gentle variation first. The hands on top of the left knee. All right, relax the body here. Breathe. All right, lower the palms, step back, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale back. Kapayasana. And move into plank pose. And exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right, inhale, left foot. Exhale, right. Inhale, reaching up. And release. That's our last round. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, right. Retain plank pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left. Right now, step back into plank pose. You're going to do 5 push-ups. If this is kind of difficult, you can always lower your knees. Right, on your own, go ahead, begin. All right, now when you've finished, we're going to lower down knees, chest, chin. All right, you can stay here if you want to stretch a little bit more, keeping the chest and chin planted on the mat. Go ahead and try and straighten the arms forward. All right, breathe here for 3 breaths. All right, now Now palms under the shoulders. Inhale, sliding into your cobra. Staying for 3 breaths. Exhale, downward dog. You can either jump forward or walk the feet between the hands, coming into Uttanasana. Right, take a little separation between the feet here. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Now, gently, go ahead. You can shake the head yes and no a few times. And rock side to side, bounce up and down. And whatever works for you. All right, now go ahead, release the arms and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. All right, we're going to go ahead and separate the feet about shoulder distance apart and bring the palms on the knees. All right, we're going to cat and cow the spine here. We're going to incorporate the lion's breath. All right, so before we begin, looks like this. So we inhale, arch the spine, look up, exhale, tongue out, curve the spine. All right, so we'll go ahead and do a few rounds together. When you're ready, inhale, lift up, exhale. Inhale. Inhale, last one. And conclude. Right, rolling back up. Right, we're going to meet at the front of our mat. Right, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. All right, now from here, go ahead and lower down. So you're kind of on your tippy toes and you're sitting on the heels. All right, we're going to bring our fingertips behind us. All right, so our hands are facing back. All right, you can maybe crawl the hands another inch more. Now from here, slowly begin to extend and lift up, coming into Uttanasana, keeping the fingertips where they are, just letting them move naturally. All right, hang here for a moment. Relax the neck. All right, slowly begin to lower back down. All right, we're going to plant the palms down under the shoulders and jump or step back to plank pose. All right, now from here, downward dog. All right, now our right foot, we're going to step it under the body and we're going to lift up. All right, so we're squaring the legs here. All right, the back foot is tucked, 90 degrees with the legs. The right palm on the inside of the right foot. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Inside triangle here. Again, guys, any variations, any binds, you can lift the knee up, whatever you feel like doing. Make sure you're breathing. Now go ahead, release. We're going to bring the elbow on the knee, step the left foot back, coming into side angle stretch, extending that left arm forward. Right, option, you can bring the right fingertips or palm on the inside of the right foot, and then extend that left arm. So both arms are in a straight line. from here, slowly coming up to warrior two. All right, go ahead, relax the shoulders and sway forward and back a few times. All right, from here, we're going to move in the triangle. Extend the legs. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, slowly come down. One more breath. And release. We're going to look towards the right foot. Bring both palms down. We're going to prepare for cobra pose. So move that right foot out towards the edge of the mat. Coming into high lizard. And we'll go ahead, bounce up and down a few times. All right, relaxing the hips. And when you're ready, release the knee. Relax the foot and take your variation. Last breath. Now slowly coming back up. All right, go ahead and tuck that back foot and walk the right foot back in towards you a little bit. All right, now from here, we're going to move into a runner stretch. So shifting the hips back. All right, you can sit on the heel or you can stay raised. All right, once you're there, go ahead and just slowly let the body come down, relaxing the neck. And while you're here, breathe into the back region. So feel the back expanding out. And slowly come back up. All right. We're going to go ahead and tuck the right leg under. We're going to come into a rabbit pose. So the knees are hip distance apart, toes tucked. All right, we're gonna do about 4 of these. So if you want to just work slowly here, that's fine. So we'll all begin with either the fists on the lower back, or if you can, the palms on the lower back, fingertips up. All right, now slowly moving the hips forward, opening up the chest region here. Maybe looking up. If you can release the hands on the heels one at a time. 2 breaths here, deep breath. And if your hands are on your heels, slowly bringing them back to the lower back. All right, coming up. And lower the seat and just push back. We're going to come into a squatting pose. All right, just stay here for a moment. And focusing on the breath. And go ahead and release the knees and the palms coming to all fours. All right. From here, we'll meet back in downward dog. And go ahead and take a moment to really stretch here. So pushing your palms into the mat. Send the hips back and stretch through the armpits here. All right, we're going to move to the other side. So stepping that left foot forward. Okay. And we're meeting again with square legs. All right, back foot tucked. And we'll go ahead and lower that left hand on the inside of the left foot. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And our inside triangle here. A few more breaths. And everybody's doing a great job. Johnny, you're killing it. All right. Now go ahead and release. Right, left elbow on the left knee. Step that right foot back, coming into a side angle. Again, two options. You can stay here, or you can lower the left hand on the inside of the foot, reaching the right arm up. Slowly inhale, coming into your warrior two. All right, take a second here, relax the shoulders, rock forward and back. And really stretch through the arms here, so reach the fingertips. And now from here, extend the front leg, inhale, left arm, exhale, triangle pose. All right, now looking at the left foot, go ahead, lower both hands. Coming into high lizard. So just move that left foot out. And again, we'll rock a few times. And when you're ready, go ahead and take your cobra. Excuse me, lizard. Reptile. Last breath. And slowly come back up. All right, moving that left foot back in again. All right, and from here, hips back, runners stretch. And fold and relax here. All right, now coming back up. All right, we're going to bring the hands to the right of us, and we're going to twist towards the right, coming into Prasarita. So the feet are parallel. Maybe you want to widen the stance and just fold here. All right, now like Uttanasana, it stretches for the back. So you want a little bit more weight shifted onto the toes. And then from there, through the exhalation, you can work on lengthening the spine. Bring the top of the head closer to the floor, relaxing the neck. And any variation with the hands, you can keep them under the shoulders or maybe try to grab the outsides of the feet. Now release the hands back on the floor. All right, we're going to twist towards the left, coming back into the previous pose, or just the stance that we're in. All right, we're going to come up. We're going to bring that left foot back and prepare for another rabbit. Okay, so again, starting with the palms or the fist on the lower back, and again, working from here. Moving slowly. And making sure that we're breathing deeply into the heart region here, so expanding the chest and the lungs. Expanding the belly. And slowly coming back up and pushing back into another squatting pose. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Right, coming to all fours. Right, and then pushing back into a downward dog. All right, so we're going to go ahead and inhale, lift the right leg up, point it straight up. And then from here, take a slight bend, looking underneath the armpit, open up the hip here. All right, breathing into the hip. Now slowly, we're going to go ahead and bring that right knee to the left elbow. From here, extend that leg straight. Inhale, lift the left arm up. The hips up. Go ahead, release that hand back down and meet in downward dog. All right, so we'll go ahead and do the other side. Left leg comes up. Reach it up and open up the hip. When you're ready, slowly bring the knee to the right elbow and then extend, straighten leg. Inhale, right arm up. And go ahead and lower the hand. Step back, plank, downward dog. And step the right foot a little bit in front. Release the knee down. Lift up. All right, we're finding square legs again. Gonna take a spinal twist. Inhale. Left arm, reach up. Exhale, twisting to the right, hooking the elbow on the outside of the knee. Right before you bring the palms together, inhale, try and straighten that right arm, and exhale, palms together. Right, make sure it's comfortable. Right, we're looking up, and the elbows are in line with each other. And slowly come up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring the left hand down, and we're just going to swing the leg through, coming to a seated position, and the legs are separated here. All right, so a wide-legged forward fold. All right, you may want to take a bend in the knees. All right, from here, inhale, reach up, and exhale, begin to fold. And you can keep the arms forward, maybe grab the toes or the feet, relax the neck. The head is heavy. Right, slowly coming back up. We're going to come back into the position we're just in. So left hand down, right? Or just get there however works for you. Right, we're going to meet in rabbit pose. Right, we have two more of these. Right, so when you're ready, maybe going a little bit deeper this time. And gently coming back out. And this time we're going to go ahead and take a squatting pose. Right, palms together, knees, elbows on the insides of the knees. Maybe gently pushing the knees out a little more, taking a deeper stretch. Right, we're going to go ahead and come into crow, but before that, we're going to see if you can slowly lift up, coming onto the toes, tippy toes. I'm just feeling a little burn in the calves. Deep breathing. Maybe coming up a little bit more. Now from here, go ahead, lower the palms in front of you, taking your crow pose. One more breath. And gently coming back. And then we're going to switch sides. So lowering that right knee, step the left foot forward, preparing for our spinal twist. Right? Right, so when we're in this posture, you want to square between the legs. Right, so the right knee is directly under the right hip, and the left ankle is under the left knee. Right? From here, inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, twist. Hook the knee. Before we bring the palms together, inhale. If you can, try and straighten that left arm up. And exhale, palms together. And slowly breaking the pose, lowering the left palm, sitting to the left, opening up the legs again. Right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And slowly coming back up. Right, now making our way into our last rabbit. So coming over onto the knees, toes tucked, and slowly coming in. And remembering to breathe deep into the front of the body. One more breath. And slowly coming back up. Right, and lowering down into child's pose. And any child's pose here, relax for a few breaths. And if you feel anything weird going on in the lower back, maybe gently tap it, massage it. And now arms extended forward. We're going to slowly slide forward, coming into cobra or upward dog. All right, take a breath. One more. And exhaling, pushing back to downward dog. And you go ahead and either jump or walk the feet between the hands. And from here, one vertebrae at a time, slowly begin to roll up. Okay, just taking a mountain pose for a few breaths, closing the eyes. Bring your awareness to the breath. Just watching the body begin to slow down naturally. Breath, heart, two more breaths here. Okay, you go ahead, open the eyes. We'll do a few balancing postures. So on the left foot, we'll go ahead and come into tree pose, any variation. Okay, you can start here just by lifting the heel up. You want to go a little further, the calf, or the foot above the knee, or if you have half lotus, any variation. Right, standing tall and still, focusing on the breath. And slowly coming out of pose, relax. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch sides on the right foot. And release. All right. Go ahead. On the left foot, we're going to meet in the beginning stage of dancer's pose. So go ahead, bend the right leg, grab the heel. And kind of check your spine here. If you feel an arch in the lower back, if you can, try and pull the belly button in. Okay. Now from here, inhale, left arm up. And you can stay here. If you know how to go forward, slowly kick that right foot back and reach forward. Inhale, lift up, release. Okay, switch sides. And meeting in the beginning stage first, finding your balance. And from there, moving into any variation. Last breath. Inhale up, release. All right, go ahead and lay down. Just bring the knees into the chest for a moment. And rocking side to side. And then maybe coming into happy baby pose, grabbing the soles of the feet, letting the knees come into the armpits, relax. And then rocking side to side. All right, go ahead and release the legs down. All right, we're just going to do a few crunches here. So we're going to go ahead and bring the palms together. All right, now, like we did in the beginning of class, the thumb and the index are extended, so they're straight, and then the last three fingers are interlaced. All right, we're going to go ahead and point the fingers forward. And from here, you're going to go ahead and lift the feet up about an inch or two from the ground. Then you're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. And as you do that, bring the hands on the outside of that leg. Right, twisting to the right. Inhale, slowly come back. Then left knee in, twist to the left. Straighten that leg. Right leg in, twist to the right. And a few more on your own, move slow. Last round. And when you're done, relax. Right, knees into chest, one more time. This time bring the hands on the knees and make circles with the knees, any direction. Right, releasing the feet back down, hip distance apart. We're going to come into bridge pose. So any variation, go ahead, lift the hips up, inhale. All right, try and shimmy the shoulders a little bit closer to each other, so more weights on the shoulders. From here, and bring the palms or fists to the lower back. All right, staying here for 2 breaths. And relax, lower back down. All right, extend the legs forward. All right, just rest here for a moment. All right, and then go ahead, bend the legs again and bring the feet out to the sides of the mat and let the knees come to touch each other. All right, so we're going to do a shoulder stretch here. So you may want to look up for this one. So, all right, we're going to do the right arm first. So you're going to have to look up and you're going to bring the arm behind the back, right? And the palm is going to be on the back. And then here, we're going to go ahead and grab the right shoulder, right? Maybe you want to shimmy it down a little bit and then slowly go ahead and rest on that arm. Right, you can stay here. If you want to go on a deeper stretch, you can lift the hips up and just shift back a little bit so that there's more weight on the arm and then lower back down. Right. Right, the hips are staying on the mat though. Right, and you can go ahead and release that arm. Now we'll go ahead and switch the other arm. Again, the left arm comes back. Right, the elbow is behind the head and the palm is against the back. Right, and then from there, lower down. If you're lifting the hips up and shifting the weight back, so it's more weight on the arm, just remember to lower the hips once you've done that. Right, and gently release. All right, we're going to take one more bridge pose, or if you have a wheel pose in your practice. And slowly coming out, bringing the knees into the chest. Take a hug here. Right, and then relax. Let the legs separate. We're going to bring the arms behind us so that the body is in an X shape. Right, palms up. And go ahead and just take a few comfortable breaths here. Try and really let go and relax on the breath out. Right, legs together, arms back, inhale, reach back. And on the exhalation, sit up and go right into a forward fold, grabbing the feet or anywhere that works. And then go ahead and roll up. All right, we're going to bend the legs, bring the feet hip shoulder distance apart, and go ahead and bring the palms behind you, fingertips facing back. And from here, we're going to do a reverse bench. So inhale, lift the hips up, maybe letting the head go back. Breathe into the belly. And relax. All right, coming over into hero's pose, we're going to move into our main postures. Right, if you have any headstand or inversion, you can go into it. If you don't, I'll just demonstrate dolphin pose. So go ahead and release the shoulders on the mat, grabbing opposite elbows. Right from here, palms down, fingertips spread, and the tip of the thumbs touch. Right, and once you're here, you can work on lifting the hips up. Right, you're always pushing away from the mat. So you're pushing the elbows back, lifting the hips up, and you can work here. Right, so wherever you are, we're going to stay here for a minute or two. And whenever you need to come out, you can just rest in child's pose. And then eventually everybody coming down, coming in the child's pose. Right, and go ahead and roll the spine up. All right, we're just going to go ahead and tuck the toes so we're sitting on the heels. We're going to bring the arms behind us interlace the fingers, right? Letting the arms relax, the shoulders are away from the ears. And go ahead and just, any way you'd like, roll the neck out, hold it side to side, and just lubricating the neck. And from here, relax. Go ahead and take a seat. We're going to roll. If you have, we're going to come in the shoulder stand. If you have any modified versions, you can take the sleeping tiger, which is here. Right? But if you're interested in going into the full variation, we're going to go ahead and roll back, coming into plow pose first, grabbing the lower back. All right, now from here, if you can, try and shimmy the elbows closer to each other and walk the hands lower on the back. All right, so our goal is to have our weight on the shoulders before we go up. Right, and when you're ready, you can go ahead and come into the shoulder stand. Right, wherever you are, if you can, close the eyes. Focus on the space between the eyebrows. Keeping your awareness there. We'll stay for 5 breaths. All right, if you're in the full pose, slowly lower the legs back, coming into plow pose. All right, now to come out of this, lower the palms on the mat, keeping the legs back, slowly rolling out of the posture, using your hands as brakes, and then eventually releasing the legs down. All right, from here, we're going to come right into our fish pose. And when you inhale, lift the chest up. And slowly come down to the top of the head. And again, we're breathing deeply into the heart region, the front of the body. Last breath. Exhale, release. We bring the knees back into the chest. Palms on the knees. Go ahead and rotate, circle the knees. All right, now grabbing behind the knees and slowly beginning to rock forward and back. And eventually making your way up. And we'll go ahead and come into star pose. So the soles of the feet are together. Interlace the fingers around the toes. Relax the knees. Right, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift the body up. Looking up. And exhale, slowly fold. The feet are about a foot away from the body. And relax the neck. The head is heavy. Breathing into the back region, feel the back expand. And slowly roll up. All right, we're going to come into a pigeon. So I'm going to go ahead and swing that left leg back. And we're going to meet here first, keeping that back foot tucked before we go into pigeon. All right, now from here, if you can lift up, so you want to lift the hips up, there's going to be a pretty big gap between the floor and your body. Then from here, open the arms out to the side, palms forward. And take a few deep inhalations here. And on your exhalation, coming down and relaxing that back foot. And now coming back up. All right, we're going to come into a twist here in pigeon pose. So you want to lower the left elbow underneath the body, right? I'll bring the palms together. That right elbow facing up, and we're looking over our right shoulder. All right, if this is too much, you can just release the arm and maybe twist to the right. And go ahead and release the palms down, pushing back into a downward dog. And pedaling out the feet. And when you're ready, bring that left leg forward, coming into pigeon. And again, before we go down, that foot is tucked, hips up, arms to the side. And we're breathing deep here. On the next exhalation, slowly come down, relax the back foot. Just rest here and let go of everything. Now slowly coming back up, we're going to take our twist, like we did before, whatever version you did. And relax. Right, pushing back into downward dog. Now go ahead and just walk the feet forward. Right, and we're going to roll up. Right before we take our shavasana, we're going to come into a wide-legged stance here. Right, we're going to angle the toes out to the side. Right, we're going to bring the hands on the knees. Right, relax the hips. Now, go ahead and slowly push away from the right knee and look towards the left. The chest is to the left. Then slowly pushing away from the left knee, left arm straight. And just working here at your own pace. Right, and coming back up. Right now, just before we go into Shavasana, you have a minute to do any pose that maybe I missed or anything that feels good for your body to help relax. Right, so you have about 1 minute. Right, and eventually meeting in Shavasana. And if you're still doing something, you don't need to rush. Just take your time and move at your own pace. Right, so we're going to stay here for the next few minutes. Right, bringing the attention to the breath and just noticing the breath. And noticing it coming into the body and noticing it leaving the body. On the out breath, letting any of your worries go, any thoughts, any tension that you're holding on to in the body. And let it release through the exhalation. And thinking of the body as a melting ice cube. So every time you exhale, each part of the body melts more and more. And relax, relax, relax. Start slowly, beginning to deepen the breath. And wiggling the toes, the fingers, and then begin to breathe into every part of the body. And stretching the arms back. And however you like, at your own pace, meeting in a sitting position. And finding a tall spine, closing the eyes. And we'll close the practice with Oms. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for practicing with me tonight. We're all still trying to get used to this online yoga practicing. It's kind of strange for me, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope everybody's doing well. And hope to see you guys in the yoga studio in real life soon. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Patrick.
All right. My pleasure. Take it easy, guys.